Hey, good morning, Murray students. Miss Crowley here. Welcome to my kitchen. So what we are going to do today is review a couple things and then add some new stuff about dissolving. So what we've been focusing on is physical and chemical changes. So we've learned that a physical change is a change in matter that does not produce a new substance. And a chemical change is a change in matter that does produce a new substance. So, for example, a physical change that a lot of you gave in your Flipgrids was tearing paper. So, because you're just tearing the paper is still paper, it's just smaller. So, that would be a physical change. Whereas a chemical change would be like burning wood. So, the wood turns into ash and gives off gas, and that's creating a new substance, and it can't be reversed. Okay, so we are going to focus on one type of physical change, which is called dissolving. So we are going to learn some words that go with that. Okay, so we are going to learn something. Did I put them all on here? Right? So we're going to dissolve salt into water. So the salt is called the solute, and the water is called the solvent. And together they make a solution. And in this case, it's going to make a saltwater solution. All right? Because they're all S words, it gets very confusing. All right? At the same time, what I want to show you is if I add salt to water, I'm putting more matter into the water. So it's going to increase its density. So I'm going to do a little experiment that shows you that when you increase the matter and keep the volume the same, you're going to increase the density because there are more particles. There's more mass. So it's going to be more dense. Because remember, density, if it has a lot of particles in a small amount of space, it's going to be very dense. So we're going to use 2 cups of water. That's the volume. And in one, we're going to add matter to it. We're going to dissolve the salt, which is the solute, into the solvent, which is the water. I'm going to stir it and make a saltwater solution. And then we're going to see which one is more dense. So if I dissolve salt into water, do I increase the density? All right. And then we're going to also focus on dissolving. Remember, dissolving is a physical property, meaning we can reverse it. We can have the water evaporate and the salt will stay behind, which is a good thing because when water evaporates from the ocean, the salt stays behind, right? Otherwise, it would rain salt water. All right. So I'm going to mix things up and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. So we have our water right here. Let's see if you can see it. And I'm going to add blue food coloring to that just so you can see the difference. And I'm going to make that, stir that in, right? And I'm going to dissolve some salt in it. A lot of salt, right? I'm just going to put a whole bunch of salt. This is the solute. The water that I'm dissolving it is called the solvent. And then together I have made a saltwater solution. I've also dissolved the food coloring in there, right? So I've dissolved a liquid into a liquid and a solid into a liquid. It's evenly mixed together, right? Evenly mixed together, and I can separate. It's a physical change. And then in the other one, I'm going to just make that yellow. I'm going to do Murray colors. Yep, woohoo! And normally I'd have students to help me do this, but I'm going to try this all by myself. Never done this before. Never done it with beakers. I always use graduated cylinders. So we got the Murray colors going. I'm going to dissolve more food colors so it's really yellow. And then I'm going to pour it. So I'm going to take off my little things. So I have a saltwater solution. The solvent is the water. And the solute. Right? And together they make a solution. So now we're going back to density. And I tried to choose a white background in my house so that you can see this, hopefully, so I won't have to record it again. And I've never done this before. I think the closer I go out, again, the blue is the salt water. So because I added matter to it, it should be more dense. I don't know, maybe I need to add more matter to it. It looks like I can dissolve even more salt in it. What fun is that? All right, making a mess. All right, so wish me luck here. Okay, so I have a little container here. It is just plastic. It has two sides. And then I'm gonna put salt water in one, and then I'm going to pause it because I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, I'm back. So I had technical difficulties because I was trying to show you my container. So it's a plastic container, and then this divider comes out. It was kind of in there. I couldn't get it out, but I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the salt water, which is the blue, and the fresh water, just the tap water, each in different sides. And then I'm going to pull this divider out, and we'll see which one is more dense. And if you remember from last week, that the more dense sinks to the bottom. Remember, Ryan? Sinks to the bottom. All right. So wish me luck that I don't pour this everywhere, but I am in the kitchen, so trying to do it evenly. Salt water solution. Some of the salt's sneaking over there, getting through the divider. So we got the salt water solution in the blue. The water is the solvent, and the salt is the solute. Okay, now that's that. So remember, the more dense should go to the bottom. I'm going to remove the divider. And let's see. Ooh, moving out of the way. That is pretty. So we've got the more dense water, which is the saltwater solution right here. The fresh water, it's just the regular tap water, is the yellow. And you can see there's a little bit of mixing going on there. So some of the fresh water is mixing with the salt water. All right, so that's it for today. Go do the rest of the lesson, and I will see you later. Bye.